Welcome to the Cedar Valley News Podcast, where the voices of a small town meet the headlines shaping our world from the front porches and fields of Cedar Valley. We bring you reflections, stories, and questions that matter, connecting real lives to real events for faith and community. Walk hand in hand with today's headlines. This is a Cedar Valley News, sponsored by Readers and Writers Book Club.
Greetings. I'm Lars, Olson, and I'll be your host for today's Quiet Echo, holding Main Street together. You can tell a lot about a town by how early its lights come on. In Cedar Valley, they start blinking before sunrise, one by one shop windows, cafe signs, the faint glow from my own hardware store on Main Street. Folks say it isn't really winter here until after Thanksgiving. The mountains still keep their snow to themselves for now, but the mornings bite hard enough to remind us it's coming. When I turn the key in the shop door, there's a moment before the lights hum awake when everything feels still. I walk the aisles with my yellow pad, same one I've carried for years, checking stock, furnace filters, pipe wrap, and those snow shovels I ordered just in case. Every shipment costs a little more these days. Every delay lasts a little longer. The news says small business confidence is down again. But that's not news to me. I see it every time a neighbor hesitates at the register, counting cash, before deciding what can wait until next paycheck. Across the street, the cafe owner is already rolling a crate through her door. She's tough, like the rest of us. Fewer customers linger now, but she still keeps the griddle hot. You can't build a town without breakfast. You might think all this pressure would drive people apart. Funny thing is, it's done the opposite. The folks here have a way of pulling tighter when times turn rough. Just yesterday, a young electrician came in for wire and breakers. When I handed him his change, he pushed a $5 back toward the warm house fund. That jar sits by the register all year long. It pays for furnace parts or fuel oil when someone runs short. No big announcement, just quiet generosity. This week, it kept an elderly couple warm after their furnace gave out. It reminds me how the best stories in this town never make the headlines. Nobody writes about the bakery that keeps its dishwasher on the payroll even when flour prices double. No reporters come calling when a landlord holds rent steady one more year just to give a business breathing room. But those are the choices that hold Cedar Valley together. We've all learned to trade where we can. A mechanic swaps labor with a carpenter. 3 shops share a bookkeeper. Teenagers stay in town for part-time work instead of driving to the city. Every compromise feels like a small victory, proof that Main Street still have heartbeat enough to carry us through another season. Sometimes people ask how I stay hopeful. Truth is, hope's not some grand idea around here, it's work. It's showing up each day, even when the numbers don't add up neatly. It's keeping the lights on so your neighbors know they're not alone. When I lock up at night, I stand for a moment and look across the street. The cafe's lights have gone dim. The mountains are black against the fading sky. Somewhere up there, the first snow waits its turn. Down here, our town waits too, but not idly. We sweep, repair, patch, and carry on. Thanksgiving's close. Maybe this year, gratitude isn't about feasts or fancy words. Maybe it's about the simple things, the sound of a door unlocking at dawn, the smell of coffee, the scrape of a shovel, and the small kindnesses that warm more than hands. Working hands keep the doors open. Working hearts keep the hope alive. That's Cedar Valley. This has been Quiet Echo, where the voices of Cedar Valley remind us that even in hard times, there's strength in quiet goodness.
You've been listening to the Cedar Valley News Podcast, where small-town voices meet the headlines shaping our world. From faith and family to front porches and fields. We'll be back with more stories connecting real lives to real events. Until next time, keep your porch light on, your faith strong, and your heart open. This is Cedar Valley News, sponsored by Readers and Writers Book Club.